Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Today, we're going to be taking a look at a post from the FatDoctorUK saying that weight loss will not help your arthritis or your diabetes. I'm not sure why this person's page is still called the FatDoctorUK because they recently lost their medical license. They were getting investigated by the medical board for spreading harmful medical misinformation, and they pulled a classic, "You can't fire me, I quit." Which is real dumb because then you can't get unemployment. Here's a pro tip. Don't ever quit a job. Ever make them fire you. Even if you have to be completely incompetent, do what you gotta do. We're also going to be taking a look at a bonus clip where somebody is saying don't remark on somebody's weight at Thanksgiving. Even if they've lost weight, don't compliment them. So be sure to stick around until the end. Before we proceed, please click the like button so that I may apply comb to mustache. Five reasons why weight loss won't fix arthritis and what you can do instead. Weight loss is not sustainable. Even if we could expect an improvement in symptoms by reducing the load on our joints, that doesn't make sense, but let's just pretend it does. What part of that doesn't make sense? How does reducing the load on our joints not alleviate some of the joint pain? The denial of gravity is something that's very alarming within the fat acceptance community. You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't make sense, but let's just pretend it does. It wouldn't last, and what happens once we start restoring our weight? Restoring our weight? I love that new spin on gaining weight. My life was empty without that. Thank God I restored my weight. Okay, so you're saying that it won't last. Well, I mean, just because you regained the weight doesn't mean that everybody else has to. You guys know that this person tried previously to lose weight, failed, and then became the fat positive doctor. Kiana Doherty made a whole video about it. It's an excellent video. I recommend you go watch it. Alright, so it doesn't make any sense that reducing our weight will alleviate our joint pain because we live on Mars. Gravity's all different and whatnot over here. Muscle wasting worsens joint health. Lean mass is lost in preference to fat mass at the beginning of a diet. What? No. Your body stores adipose tissue to be used as energy at a later time. It would not prefer to eat the muscle because then you wouldn't have muscles to move around, right? The human body's not actually that stupid. I cannot believe this person went to medical school. They said when you start to lose weight, your muscles will go first because your body's a moron, right? How the hell have human beings survived for thousands of years with such a poorly designed body? Okay, so when we eat in excess of calories, our body stores that excess energy as adipose tissue to be used at a later time. Then when that later time comes, our body ignores all that and starts eating the muscle so you can't even get up and move anymore. You just become an amorphous blob that is nothing but adipose tissue that cannot move right here. Wow. I want to double revoke your medical license. I know you don't have one, but can we give it back just so we can take it away again? This leads to unavoidable muscle wasting. Muscle strengthening is a key component of arthritis treatment, so muscle loss should be avoided at all costs. Yeah, we should probably exercise and eat right so we don't lose our muscle. Intentional weight loss triggers inflammation. Okay, what about accidental weight loss? Does your body know the difference? That's a very interesting statement, isn't it? If you accidentally lose weight, your body will not get inflamed. But if it's on purpose, oh yeah, you'll get inflamed out the wazoo. Oh yeah, okay. Your intentions around weight loss really matter. We have known for some time that osteoarthritis is an inflammatory condition, not just wear and tear of the joints. Okay, and what can help our inflammation? Eating a bunch of cotton candy, or are there certain dietary decisions that we can make to aid in the reduction of inflammation? Like, are there certain foods that we should avoid? Treatment of arthritis should therefore avoid anything that triggers inflammation. Yeah, I would say certain types of food and stuff, although they're saying that weight loss triggers inflammation. Well, intentional weight loss. Energy restriction reduces oxytocin. Oxytocin is one of the body's natural stress relievers and painkillers. Energy restriction also reduces serotonin and dopamine, both of which reduce pain. This explains why many people experience worsening pain when they diet. I have never heard of that phenomenon. Why would going on a diet worsen your joint pain? I have never heard that. What? My joints were good until I lost about 20 pounds. Because reverse gravity. The evidence is impossible to ignore. There is no evidence whatsoever that weight loss improves joint pain or function in the long term. Except for people that I know that have lost weight and said that their joint pain improved. My knee pain improved, and I didn't even have arthritis. I used to have a burning pain in my knees, and wouldn't you know it, it went away. How about that? Neither does it improve outcomes during, immediately after, or long after joint replacement surgery. What? So you're saying it would not improve your outcome to weigh less after you've had joint replacement surgery? So knee joints can easily handle 150 pounds or 500 pounds just the same, right? Yeah, we have more denial of gravity going on here, right? Things that weigh more cause more downward pressure, which deteriorates joints more, obviously. I imagine a lot of doctors will not give you knee replacement if you don't lose weight because you're just going to blow out the new knees. They're like, why would I even do that? No, we're not giving a lung transplant to a smoker unless you quit smoking. No, we're not going to replace your knees so you can just go blow out the new ones. We're going to give those to somebody that will actually take the recommendations that we give them. We're not out here just giving out knees. You know what I mean? Handing out knees like hotcakes over here. Want to learn how to treat arthritis without weight loss? Join the masterclass today. Look at this picture. All right, now just for fun, we're going to take a look at another post. Just for fun. No, it's fun. It's pretty funny. 5 reasons why weight loss is bad for diabetics. Step aside, doctors. It's unsustainable. Okay. Not for everybody else, just for you. Number 2, weight cycling. That's another variation of I can't keep this weight off. Number 3, underfueling. Energy restriction causes both physiological and psychological harm. Really? Is it really causing us psychological harm because we didn't have another donut at the company party? Underfueling is what we call it when we don't go completely off the rails. Disordered eating. Fixating on food and exercise can trigger eating disorders. Okay, well, overconsumptive EDs also exist. So, eating whatever tastes good without any regard to our health will probably lead us down a path of eating very addictive food. And since the food is very addictive, we are very likely to overindulge in it and develop a very unhealthy relationship with it. Medical avoidance. Weight stigma results in poorer treatment by and fear of healthcare professionals. And then at the bottom there it says fatdoctor.co.uk/diabetes. Okay, I think we found the new background poster for my videos. Instead of that poster of my stupid face, right here. Here you go. Here's a lovely poster of Fat Doctor UK's face. And it just says the word diabetes over their head and a big heart. Is this a paid advertisement for diabetes? Okay, so that was crazy. The Fat Doctor UK claims that losing weight will not help your arthritis or your diabetes. How about that? Flouting all convention. I can't imagine spending 4 or 8 years in medical school, learning everything that they have to teach, and then one day becoming so bitter that I discard it all and go online spreading harmful medical misinformation. They're going around saying literally the opposite of everything that they were taught in medical school. I know they taught you that arthritis is worsened by weight in medical school, as well as diabetes and various other conditions. It's interesting how somebody who formerly tried and failed at losing weight is now saying that it's dumb and it doesn't help anything. You didn't think it was dumb back when you were trying to do it. And I'm not trying to be mean, This is why it's important to get over your personal issues, otherwise you will not be able to see the world beyond them. Next.
So U.S. Thanksgiving is this week, and I have a little bit of advice for people who are traveling and talking to family. And no, it's not about the election. It's about how we engage each other around our appearance. So if you have a relative that looks to be larger than when you saw them last,
question them immediately.
Do you really need to comment on it? Is it your business?
Probably not, but if I care about this person and I think that perhaps they are not noticing that they are getting larger, I might mention it. We often get used to looking at ourselves in the mirror, so we can't see these subtle changes. So if we get along with Cousin Jenny pretty well, and we already have this sort of relationship, we might remark on each other's body. Like, hey, Jenny, not to be mean or whatever, and I'm not saying you should go around remarking on random people's body, but if you know your family member and you guys are honest and upfront with each other, you might be like, hey, dude, I don't know if you've noticed, but you put on a couple pounds back there. Only if you have that type of relationship. I'm not recommending you go around taking the piss out of your family members.
If someone is looking really great and you haven't seen them in a while, don't say, have you lost weight?
Why?
You say, wow, you have great energy. You look really happy.
Okay, so if somebody looks better, we can't say, wow, you've lost weight. Because you have some kind of emotions around that particular topic, right? Tell them that they have great energy. Like, dude, don't tell me how to give somebody a compliment. I love how much people show their personal insecurities. They're like, it's fine to compliment somebody and say that they look better, but don't say that it's because they lost weight. Okay, why not? You can compliment somebody in this, and this way, but don't you dare say that they look better because they lost weight. It's weird. The only people that tell you to not compliment anybody else's weight loss are people that haven't lost weight. People that have actually lost the weight, they're like, hell yeah, compliment me. I like compliments. Only bitter people get butthurt when they see other people getting a compliment for something that they couldn't achieve, right? I'm like, don't compliment that guy for how well he speaks Spanish. Gee, Cynical, are you saying this because you didn't learn Spanish? No. I mean, I did fail at learning Spanish, but this is completely unrelated. This is a coincidence. Right. I just think that there's nothing special about learning Spanish, and we really need to stop praising people for doing it. Right, but you've been trying to learn Spanish for years, my guy, and failing continually. And even though you're trying and failing, you still keep crapping on everybody that succeeds at this particular thing. Shut up.
Comment on who they are, not what they look like. And
well, I'll compliment somebody in whatever way I want, because these are my words, you know what I mean? Thank you for the suggestion, but I will go ahead and continue to speak how I want, like an adult.
If someone is piling on food on their plate and you think it's more than they should eat,
just uppercut that shit. Don't even mention it. Just look at the plate and be like, skadoosh! You just uppercut that plate right off the table. You scare the whole family.
Check yourself.
Check yourself before you wreck yourself.
You the governor of people's dietary needs?
Are you saying that I'm not? Yes. Actually, I've been calling myself the governor of people's dietary needs for quite a while now. That's a moniker that I've given myself. The governor of people's dietary needs. It doesn't sound weird at all when you put it that way. I'm the senator of your dietary guidelines.
Should you really be commenting on, do you really need a second portion? You took enough? Wow, you ate.
Yes, I should be commenting on all that. By the way, I'm joking. Obviously, I don't agree with going around giving people a hard time about the type of food that they're eating. But if you are close with a family member or whatever, and you guys talk to each other like that, that's whatever. You have whatever kind of relationship you want with your family. I've known people where we talk to each other a lot crazier than that, dude.
Eat all of that? Do you really need to be commenting on what people have on their plate? It really says more about you than it does about them.
This little speech says a lot about you, I would say. You're very worried that people are going to judge what's on your plate, and you dislike it when other people get compliments for their weight loss. I'm really just seeing a projection of your own issues here.
If someone is taking really small portions, and looks to be in a small body and you're concerned about their health, don't call it out in front of everyone in the family.
All right, thank you for having it go both ways. At least we're applying the same rules across the board here.
Take them aside and, just ask them how they are.
What? What? Dude. Okay. Clearly you just fooled me. Okay, so if someone's eating a lot of food, don't say a damn thing. If they're not eating a lot of food and they're living in a smaller body, don't say anything in public to embarrass them either. But do pull them aside and ask how they're doing. Why didn't we do that with the person taking a bunch of food? Only with the person who's smaller or whatever, we gotta pull them aside and like, listen, Deborah, I noticed that you only ate 3 pieces of pie back there. Is everything okay? Anything you want to talk about? Like, what? But we don't want to ask Jenny if she really wants that 10th piece of cake. Okay.
If they want to talk about anything, let them know that you're there for them if they ever need you.
Are we going to have that same sort of spiel with the person who's having a 5th plate and has gained 100 pounds since the last time we saw them? Or, nah, we're not too concerned about that.
You don't need to be the detective about your relatives in terms of their food choices. And I think it makes a lot of people uncomfortable, and it makes them not want to go to events with other family members who do that. So
hopefully we can be a little more upfront and honest with our family members than strangers out there in society.
If you want to have healthy relationships with your family, try just checking yourself about the commentary around their food and their weight.
Okay, I agree we shouldn't give somebody a hard time for their weight or their food choices, especially on holidays such as Thanksgiving, where we're all there to eat. However, if we care for our family members, sometimes we have an upfront and open, honest conversation with them. It might make us all a little bit uncomfortable to address Mark's drinking, but it's a very serious problem, and it's not helping his life at all. So yeah, it would be easier for us to all ignore it, but it would help him and all of us if we didn't ignore it. Imagine if the show Intervention was just a bunch of people being like, well, they're living their best life. Don't give them a hard time. You don't want to ostracize your family member, just let them keep drinking and passing out on the sidewalk. He'll be fine. Like I said, you shouldn't go around making fun of each other, but hopefully your family has an open and honest enough relationship where you guys can speak with each other. If you can pull a family member aside and show concern for them because you think they don't weigh enough or they're not eating enough, then how come you can't do the same when somebody has gained 100 pounds since the last time you've seen them? Let's apply things evenly. Yeah. So I disagree with all of the aforementioned, but what do you think? Will weight loss not help your osteoarthritis or your diabetes? And should you not remark on your family member's weight even if they've gained 100 pounds since the last time you've seen them? Leave a comment below. Anyway, that about does it. Thanks for watching, commenting, liking, and subscribing. And I'll see you in the next one.